Good morning everyone and welcome to you in this daily update on Bitcoin. I hope you're all doing very well. As always, everything is following perfectly at the moment. By the way, before to continue, because I know that I'm going to talk too fast at some point, if I'm talking too fast, please let me know in the chat to slow down really. It's very important. I have to remove this habit really of speaking too fast with my nice French accent. It's a bit complex sometimes to understand me, so do not hesitate to let me know really in the chat. It's very important. And on this being said, I'm just going to check that the sound is working well. Yes, it's working well. Pretty cool. So everything is working well, so we are ready to start. So first of all, I'm gonna go on the levels to update all of this really. And by the way, yesterday we've got a bounce from the DNPOC here. I've got a question, why I'm keeping these levels even if this was already here. Well, it's simply because we can get some retest like this. So we've got a very nice example, so I hope that makes sense. Good morning, mate. And yeah, I hope that makes sense and you can learn from this. But anyway, let's go here on the daily time frame first of all and see a bit what we have here. So we do have one new daily. I'm gonna try to make this live stream not too long, but there are a lot of things to cover again. I want you to be aware of some few stuff above here if I have to make something bigger. But anyway, we'll see. So here, one daily. Let's go back here on the 15 minutes. Well, 1 hour. Let's go here on MOONCHARTS there, and we are good with this. Sun is good. Thanks, mate. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for the stream. My pleasure, mate. Thanks for being here. So we have one naked session path control here at 43,490. By the way, if you want to get all these templates, it's just one file you have to download. You go into the workspace next year, import the workspace, load the workspace, and you have all the templates ready for absolutely free on the website in the resource section. So if you go there, course, resource, and you just go in there and you can download the file really. But anyway, so I said 43,490 here, so no, wrong tab right here. So let's take this one, bam, if I can, perfect. 43,490 normally. 43,490, perfect. Then we have what? We have no negation path control here, okay. We have a single print here just below the previous, the wave 4 bottom, the lower time frame wave 4 bottom here. Okay, all these smaller waves in here. You have the wave 4 right here, and so you have a single print just below, so this is something I would be aware of really for day traders. But otherwise the TPO is at 42,214. So let's take this, bam. TPO 42,214, I said, yes. And then we have a DNPOC right there. So let's take this on the 50 ticks, yes. 42,213. Well, no. And maybe on ticks 1, a bit below here, perfect. So we're looking at this one here. 42,001. Nice. So let's take this, bam, the NPOC 42. Perfect, good. And now we can add back the 50 ticks and we are done with this. Pretty cool. So we're going to have to check next at the order flow, but I'm not going to do this now. So the top was a good reaction for a short trade. Now, as always, when you trade a 5, 1, 3, 30 minutes and then 30 seconds or 10 seconds, and you have some good short reactions, for example, where it can be simply for a scalp. So now we will see really. But remember that we got a rejection at the moment of the most probable target we have planned. After these 5 waves we were looking for from the very bottom, possibly or an ABC zigzag, but now we recognize it was more likely 5 waves the preferred configuration, the wave for retracement, and then the wave, the bounce rate from that wave 4 to look for that wave 5. So we've got the wave 5, we've planned the smaller wave into that wave 5, wave 3 around 1618, wave 4 around, so this right here retracement, where we've got a bounce really, and the wave 5, so around 43,500 really. And so you of course plan the wave 5 territory also. And so yeah, for now everything is following perfectly. I really got a 1618 on this, for example, yesterday. So you are doing some really nice targets on this. Wave 3 against here 1618, and if you pull it like this, well, you got a rejection against here of the 120 extension of the smaller wave 2, so it's around 43,500 as we planned really yesterday, so that's pretty nice. Now, yeah, we can still make a bigger wave 5 into the wave 5. We're going to cover this next with a wave. I lost myself. Let's remove this. I don't know what I was talking about. I lost myself with a wave count, but anyway. I can't remember. By the way, if you want to check some free TAs, you got some. Now it's a bit late because it already did play it, but you have some TAs uploaded really on the website. You have on Rune, Avax, you've got some trade setups. You have also the updated wave. For example, for the move down we have done here, we've got this very nice long trade plan yesterday. So we've got this very nice increase in price. I mean, just go and check this out. Really, you have some cool stuff, and this is special, exclusive on the website. So there is no any videos really on YouTube on this. But anyway, I lost myself with the wave count, so I don't know what I was talking about. So let's continue with the levels, really. So here, what we can look for really to the downside. Well, you imagine, I think that I'm not going to start looking for a long here. This is way too high for a long trade. So I'm going to wait for lower prices to come, and what I mean lower prices is minimum this, okay? All the levels above here are going to be maybe for some scalps or stuff like this, but if we have to get a reversal, you know, well, we can, this will be the first target really, where I'm going to start looking for a long trade for a possible new high next to be made, okay? Otherwise, before that, it's way too high for me. I'm gonna remain long from lower really. So yeah, the thing is, now we can pull this retracement, this fixed range here, okay, and we can simply look at the confluence we have with this. In addition, we can of course pull the retracement tool here. There are a lot of levels, I know this is just to see all the confluence, so next we can move on the higher time frame chart, really higher time frame levels, and really plan a bit easier here the targets, so we can see a bit better what we're looking at. So here, first of all, we have this nice zone of support, really. This first zone of support can really go more down simply because we have all the lows here to take, really. Okay, we have the weekly in between also, so we can do a quick here and reclaim. So it's a it's a big zone, not gonna lie. It will be like this, but there is definitely a possible long trade here for a new high to be made into, well, I would say more something like this, but it depends really if we hold this value high to speak, or if we manage to get acceptance below this, okay? So to speak here, you can simply pull this fixed range, okay, from the top to the bottom, and so the first right here, the first target really here for a long trade for a reversal, because as I said before this, it's way too high for me to look for a long. We can retrace here and get a bounce here for a C wave, for example A, B, C. It's possible, but for me it's too high, so I'm gonna remain in my long from here. Now if we start to fall from here, well, that's pretty cool. We can look for the first target. So the first target here is really coming around there. Just gonna double check that this is a good weekly. Yes, I'm gonna try to slow down a bit again, by the way. So yeah, this right here will be the first, you know, after the second short, by the way of plan here. You know, the first short was this top here. We've got a short trade, second short here. Well, now we've got a short entry, but for me it was 3-4 AM, so I was definitely sleeping on this. So for me it's missed, but maybe we're going to get a retest. We'll see this. But this was still a short to take in any case. This was planned. We've got a good reaction. Well, that's it really. So if we manage here to reverse, well, first target now for a long trade and not a short anymore, we can simply look for such configuration for a high to be made next. So this will be in the long, longs, by the way, bam, right here, perfect. So this will be here the first possible long setup, really, where we can look for a new high to be made, okay? So really understand that it's starting at this, okay, this value are high, but we can absolutely break this value are high, okay, flip to resistance, come back down here and take 1, 2, 3 lows. So these 3 lows here are part of the target, really, okay? So I really want you to understand this. It's really all this green box here we have to be aware of, okay? All of this off price. If there is no data, no good data here in the order flow to take a long trade, so speak by reading this, if there is no reason to take the short trade, really, well, to take the long trade, sorry, here, well, there is no reason, okay, and we're not going to reverse from here. So if this is lost, this is the first long setup, okay? If this is lost, we'll down to the swing fair plan here. Well, we can simply look here for the next target that is coming around here, this weak linear path control plus the downtrend, the uptrend by the way path control. And if we start, well, of course we have the swing through pounds in it's the same down above by the way. We have, you know, the levels a bit above starting here, and we have all the swing through pounds below to be aware of. Here it's exactly the same. We have the levels starting here, and we have the swing through pounds to be aware of below. So it's really, these are some big zones, but again, you can recognize if on this you have to take a long trade or not. You scalp, turn it into a swing next. And if there is nothing here, well, you just have to look for the lows right there. Okay, just by reading the order flow, you can really see if there is a trade or not. And if this is lost, well, we can simply look for the value area low, okay, right here. But I mean, it starts to be a bit low, not gonna lie. So, well, this is still something valid. But yeah, these will be the three main long trades really we have all the way down, and these will be the two best long trade really. That one is a bit low, not gonna lie. Still possible, but I will be a bit careful taking this one. Depending on the wave and everything, we need to get some more context while approaching this. But anyway, so these are the two main long trades. I'm gonna place by the way this back here, so you can really fully understand where are the, I mean, what's the target really. Bam, bam, and let's make this a bit smaller. Perfect. So we are good with this. Let's take this, place it into the long folder. So yeah, these are the two long. By the way, where is this? Oh. Well, that will be classed as a front run of the weekly naked path control. Gonna make it easy for the moment. Gonna take it like this. Of course, when we're in, if we have to drop from here, well, we're simply, you know, going to form a triple wave. And so, for example, if we get this, well, we're going to be able to pull an extension tool from this top to this bottom to this top, and we're going to be able to get some more confluence here. For now, it's really early to determine this, but just by using the levels without the fibs and the waves, we can say that these are the two long targets really where we can look for something for a possible reversal to make one more new high. So this will be up, new high, perfect. So these are the two longs targets really, the main ones we have at the moment. Until we go high, of course it's gonna change because the volume is gonna change, everything's gonna change. We're going to print some new levels, some new supports. It's gonna be different. But if we have to retrace from here, we are already prepared and we know exactly where we have to take some trades, and we have to look for, to look for some trade really. So anyway, let's hide this. So this will be to the downside really. Of course, if you want to scalp, you have all the levels really. You can see here's the TPO a bit before, this path control, this daily level, this value area high, this naked session path control. By the way, if we have to do a retest, let me see. Perfect. So if we have to do a retest here, what we can look for? Well, yeah, naked session path control really. Okay, so if we have to do a retest here, we can look for these highs here to be taken. Well, it will start from here. And so it's in case we really have to reject, you know, and get, I mean, we have done the wave 5 really, and now we're going to look for a bigger drop, so to speak. You know, we completed these 5 waves to the upside. Now, you know, we look for a bigger A, B, or wave 1, 2. It depends. I'm going to cover this next with the wave. That's why it's going to be a bit long, because I'm not going to explain everything on the high time frame, just so you can understand still a bit. But yeah, if we have done these 5 waves, well, we can look for a retest, and so we can look for such short trade here. So starting around there, just gonna double check that we have nothing at the moment. A little, yeah, small absorption there, you can see high, low, high, 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 high. Well, yeah, there are some limit shorts here getting filled, but the premise on the retest, we do not need, if we can say that, to get, for example, the MC short reaction and stuff like that, because we already got it from the very top. So it can move only, for example, with absorption. But yeah, the best retest really will be to come, if we have to make one more new high because we're already in the retest, it will be to go into here really. Okay, into this target, and well, get a good short reaction and break it back down really. That will be the best of the best. Just gonna set another here. Oops, no on this. Here. Perfect. So yeah, that will be the short target really, if we have to take a short trade in the retest. And yeah, if there is nothing in here, well, we're going to look for a new high to be made really. Now to the upside. So we are done now to the downside. We know exactly the plan. So now to the upside. Well, I just want you to be aware of something. That's why also is going to be maybe a bit long today, because I want you to I want you to be really aware of something here. This target we have here. I don't have the swing through pan level anymore. Okay, the target, you know, this was the first real big, I mean, the second really swing short we plan really, because the first one, you know, was in this top right here. Depended if that was an ABC. So in that case, we go more down directly, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, these are the 5 ways. In any case, we've got a short trade. That's pretty cool. Now the thing is, so we are into the second swing short target. I just want you to be aware of something where we can make something really more complex on this, because this is a really easy target to spot. A lot of people which are looking clearly at this target, and as always, more easy it is, less we're going to do I mean, more people are looking for something, less we're going to do the thing that people are looking at really. So here, something we can do is simply go, for example, into the 1618 of the wave 5, or really go a bit above here. For example, if you manage to take the high, okay, reclaim the weekly, reclaim the value high. Well, if we start coming up here, normally, you know, there are no other resistance until the weekly negative path control, and this is where people will stop looking for short trades, and so it will become bullish, and so everyone here will start longing because they are expecting to go into higher prices. Just something I want you to be aware of. If you zoom in by the way a bit, and you go here on the left, what you can see here is that we have a high. Okay, we have this top right there. So this is, in my opinion, an important stuff to be aware of, just in case we have to make something a bit complex on this, and not just reject a target really easily. And so we can absolutely go here, for example, above this resistance, okay, and start to, so there are no shorts anymore because there is no resistance, so there is no reason to short here. So people start to become bullish. We just take this high, maybe go, you know, into the 1618 of the wave 5 right here, and from here we get a nice rejection. So if here we start to get some short data, well, this is definitely a short to trade to take here, because it can absolutely bring us back down really, and we will get, you know, the ABC directly here. So this is just a scenario, a configuration I will be aware of, a complex approach really, because we'll go really above the resistance, but this is something really we have to be aware of as a trader, because sometimes it's not that easy. And with what we have done before, I'm not going to lie, this is something to plan really, because the stuff I've done here was not, I mean, there are some few trades here that was not really easy, so this is something I will be aware of. We can stay with some easy stuff. Well, this is happening sometimes, but don't worry that if this is an easy target to spot, well, if too much people are looking for this, we can do something else. So we can absolutely go above, as I said, bam. Just maybe spend some time without taking this lower time frame high, you know, just spend some time above, start forming something really bearish on the order flow and come back down. But this will be really nice, you know, to go into this swing for a pan, even maybe the 1618 here, to really make everyone bullish, because we're above everything, there are no real resistance here, and so we come back down, so to speak. That will bring us with this short trade, just to be aware of, okay? If we manage to reclaim all of this, go get acceptance really above the swing for a pan level, well, next target we have plan really, weekly negative path control plus all the highs here really, okay? And if we start to reclaim this, well, we have the last resistance really, so weekly level, swing for the this last stop here, path control, and well, if this is reclaimed, well, new high is made really. Simple as that really. So we have 2 long targets, 3 short targets. The first one is already hit. Now we can still stay around there. This target really is also a big zone of price. We have all of this really to be aware of, so we can still look for this swing short into this zone of price if we manage to reclaim, well, next short trade. So now this is pretty cool. We have planned the short, the longs. Well, we just have to pull to go now on the waves really. So let's go here on the waves. No, it was the other one. Perfect. So here, well, what we can cover first here, well, let's stay with these 5 ways first of all here to the upside. Let's add everything. Perfect. So we've got, you know, this nice wave we've planned yesterday. It was here, so wave 1, 2, 3 into the 1618. It's around 43,200. So if you go there around 43,200, you can see here, then you get the wave for retracement. We bounce between 42,800 down to 42,600, 42,800. So this is exactly where we got a bounce. You can see almost here, and then we get the nice rise into, so this 1-to-1 extension, so around 43,500, 600, and so yeah, 43 well, 700 here, but again it's a bit below it because we went a bit above here on the 1618, but it's fine. So everything is following perfectly. That's pretty cool. We can now remove all of this. And by the way, if you want to get some live updates on Bitcoin, really do not hesitate to join the Discord server. I'm posting really everything in the Mateos update right here, even some dates by the way you should be aware of. Just a quick follow-up, for example, with the update, so you can really know exactly what to take, what to look for, what is the most probable stuff. If we have to get an invalidation, for example, for the main plan where we know exactly which one we have to take next, all of this and for absolutely free. And by the way, you can go in the poll section here, polls by the way, and go vote really. I mean, I think it's yes now, but I'm gonna end by the way this poll today, I think, because it's announced. But yeah, if you didn't vote it yet, really, go and add a vote, really, just for the MC strategy. If you prefer to get a channel, for example, here into the Mateos TA, a channel specific for the MC strategy, for example, Bitcoin TA, but below you have the MC strategy, and it's not posted really anymore into the Mateos update because I know that it can be a bit complex sometimes to find everything. So it's all in the pinned message on the top right corner here. But yeah, sometimes it can be a bit harder for if you're new to Discord and everything, so it's maybe better to get just a channel specific for this, so you have all the turrets at the same place, and no, you don't have to find everything and to. But anyway, just go and vote really, if you didn't yet. And I'm gonna end the poll by the way today. I'm gonna do this today. I'm gonna wait for a few more votes to come. And yeah, but anyway, so here we have in that case the 5 waves to the upside. What can happen here if we have to push higher? We can simply look for a bigger impulse. If for now everything, I mean, we've got a rejection of the most common target, so for now it's absolutely perfect for a short trade. The only possible move really we can do if we have to push higher will be simply to make a bigger wave 5, so to go a bit above here, maybe even to the 1618 by the way. That's why I want you to be aware of, you know, the 1618 with the swing through pound, the lower time frame top short, so it's around, you know, this lower time frame top here short, as I was talking about before. But yeah, so here we can get, for example, a bigger wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a bigger impulsive if we have to make something a bit bigger here to the upside, or an ending, so a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that will be a wedge here to the upside. Well, to go into the above target, you know, weekly, and it was a path control. No, the value are high, by the way. Value are high here, and if we have to do the impulsive to make a longer wave 5 here, so to make this kind of wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a longer wave 5 with a bigger impulsive 1, 2, 3, or 5. Well, we can look, you know, for the 1618 with a swing flip, and I was talking about earlier for the rare case really of the swing short trade, the first one, the second one, by the way. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. Here, and so yeah, these will be the configurations really in case we have to keep pushing higher. Okay, just so you're aware of. Now, well, we have the 5 ways up. Okay, we got a rejection of the most common lower time frame wave 5 here, the 1-to-1 extension. We got the rejection of the most medium time frame red wave here, 1-to-1 extension, most common target. Well, everything is perfect at the moment, so I don't see why we'll not reject from here, except if we get no good data here. But we've got already good data on the very top. The retest, we have absorption. Now, as always, we do not need to get the MC short reaction, for example, because we already got it on the top. So on the retest, we do not need to get it. So it's up to you. You do whatever you want, really. For me, it's missed at the moment. I'm maybe going to jump in later. I don't know. Because, yeah, I was sleeping. It was 4 a.m., so 4 a.m., so I was definitely sleeping at that time. But yeah, everything is flowing perfectly at the moment. Did you already enter in a short trade? No, because I was sleeping on this. So for me, it's missed. But you've got a good data here on that top. And you're rejecting now the main targets, really. So the only possibility if we have to make a continuation here is, as I say, to make an ending in the wave 5. So here, in this wave 5. Or a bigger impulsive, so to go here to the 1618 more likely. These will be the only configurations really if we have to make something. But if I was out, not in my bed here, yes, of course, this will be a short I will take because we've got a good data. And I just hate to jump late in my trades, so I'm not going to take it yet. I'm going to wait either for really good data here, or as well, it's missed. Or if we start breaking below here and we start to get an invalidation, for example, on a possible bigger wave 1, 2, so to speak, if the RSI start breaking the wave 4 right here, or the wave 1 route, if this is a bigger wave 1, 2 here. All of this really, but of course with a lot less quantity because I'm jumping in a lot late. So yeah. But anyway, so now the thing is, what next? What can we look for next? And that's why it's gonna be a bit longer than usual for the normally the short versions of the daily updates, because I have to explain all of this really next. Of course, it was already planned and everything, you know, this was already planned, for example, on YouTube channel in many daily updates, so I think you already know, but there are some people joining every day, so it's good to get a good reminder for everyone, really, to make sure you got the right count. So here, if we have, you know, the 5 waves that we was looking for, so the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, you form a bigger A, B, C, and if we have to be bullish, it's a bigger wave 1, 2, 3, or 5. That's why it's going to take a bit of time to explain everything, because I have to draw all the wave really with the different configurations. So here, the thing is, I'm gonna remove these wave 5 stuff there, because it's gonna be too much stuff otherwise. What I'm taking mainly, okay, the main count we have to look for at the moment is simply this. So first of all, I'm taking this as a leading to the downside. So if we have a leading, can we finish, you know, for example, the higher time frame wave 2, for example here, can we finish this wave 2 with a leading? No, it's not possible. So if we have to, I'm gonna take this as a correction if we have to make the wave to bottom here, but I'm gonna cover this next. The first part is going to be focused on another drop next, but a consolidation right here before to go more down. So to make clearly a longer wave 2, or, you know, if we're in the bearish plan, the longer B wave, but in any case we have a retracement to push higher, so that's pretty cool. It's just the size next on the push to the upside is different. So the thing is here, if we have a leading, first of all, we cannot be done directly with a correction. So if we have a leading, oops, right here. Have a call, but anyway. So if we have a leading here, well, we cannot finish a correction, as I said, and so we have to look for a bigger pattern. So what can be the bigger pattern? It can be simply, as we already planned before, a bigger ABC. Okay, I'm gonna stay with the ABC to not make it too complex, but we're not gonna cover the 1, 2, 3, or 5 here to the downside at the moment, just in case we get, you know, an invalidation for the higher time frame bullish count with the wave 2. If the wave 2 breaks the wave 1, we'll get an invalidation, we'll take a big impulsive to the downside. But until that, for now, I'm gonna take an ABC zigzag. The thing is now, can we finish a B wave like this with 5 waves only? No, absolutely not. We have to get a correction into the B wave. So we have to look for a bigger pattern. So we have to look for a longer B wave here or a longer wave 2. But I'm going to take, as I said, only the B wave for the moment. So if we have to look for a bigger correction, what can be this correction? The only correction that is starting with 5 waves is an ABC zigzag. So to speak, the exact same pattern, by the way, the A, B, C. 5 waves, correction, 5 waves. Correction, we cannot finish with 5 waves. So we take in that case an ABC zigzag. Simple as that, really. This is the most easiest and the most common correction pattern you're going to get on the market. So A, B retracement, that's why I'm looking for the long, you know, the 2 long targets I gave you, and then a C to the upside here to either break this top, either, you know, going to the next short targets, really, we have plan, okay? I mean, in any case, we break the top normally, except if we have to do a truncated C. In that case, it's gonna tank next very hard to the downside, because that's a truncated, so it's a big sign of weakness for higher prices and a big sign of strength for lower prices to come. So it's gonna be a quick move down here and some big, nice red candles. But anyway, I'm gonna change the color of this, by the way. What can I take here? Let's take some green. Oh no, some yellow. Let's go with some yellow. It will be good. So it's the same than this, by the way. Perfect. So A, B, C. So we look for a correction here. Okay, so correction, as I said, you know, into the long targets. Really rough plan here. The 2 long targets. So these are the short targets. The long targets here. So value are high down to the swing 3 pans right here. If there is nothing in here, well, we look for a nice drop into this second long target, path control, weekly negative path control, plus the swing 3 pans there. Beware of the third one with the value are low, really, but now it's a bit, have to go a bit of a lower time frame. Value are low, key level, the swing 3 pound lows here. Third target, but these are the 2 for the moment we should be aware of. Okay, so the B wave normally should come into one of these targets. Really, if we stop before, well, we stop before, and I'm not longing because this is way too high for me. So when we have done this B wave, okay, so we're going to look for a correction. Let's take the case that we do to make something a bit more complex than ABC zigzag, WXY. Okay, for example, we go take out these lows only, we stay with this right there, we make this a bit smaller. Let's take some red wave to keep the same stuff. Perfect. Make this a bit bigger. So WXY. Okay, We can make, of course, next, I mean, we can make everything really in the B wave. We can make, if we have to make it really complex, for example, we can make next an ABC flat. So A, B, we take the highs, C, we come back down, correction, correction, 5 ways, not 5 ways, correction, 5 ways for an ABC zigzag. Here it's a flat, so correction, correction, 5 ways. I'm correcting this, by the way, in the previous Bitcoin update on YouTube in the video section, in the previous video. So going to check this out. We can make a bigger WXY, so WXY, and going to the second short long target. We can make a WXY X and Z, so WXY X and Z. We can make a triangle, by the way. We don't do a lot these days, but well, so A, B, C, D, E, we finish the B wave, and then we'll look for the C. Everything is possible. Now, of course, more easier it is, more probabilities to do. So let's take a simple correction. I mean, complex, but still just a triple wave, a basic stuff, really. And so yeah, let's take this for the moment. And once we have done this correction here into the B wave, we can simply look for another 5 waves here into the C. We have a 5 waves correction, 5 waves. So 1, okay, 2. I thought it was a mix of yellow and red, I don't know why, with all the white light here. I was like, what the fuck is this? No, it's just orange. Anyway, so let's put this at this right here, make this bigger, and we're good. So 5 waves, correction, 5 waves, impulsive as always in the C, or an ending, so to speak, a wedge. We're going to make, in that case, an ABC first of all in the wave 1. Then we'll have a wave 2, then we'll have a wave 3, then we'll have a wave 4 that can go between the wave 1 and the wave 2 this time, because this is an ending, not an impulsive. And then we'll have a wave 5. In wave 1, 3, and 5, if we do an ending, a real ending, we should get an ABC zigzag in every 4 smaller waves. Okay, in wave 1, 3, and 5, not necessarily in wave 4 and 2, but yeah. So this is a configuration number 2 really in the C, and this is a configuration number 1 where we just have a simple impulsive like this. Okay, the only thing we need to do next is to look for the short turrets we have planned above, and of course to add a bit more confidence, we can pull this extension tool, bam bam bam, like this, from the A wave root to the A wave top to the B wave bottom, add the C targets, and here you go, you have your confidence. But for now we don't know where it's going to be the B bottom yet, so it's a bit early to determine to add this really on the chart. So this in that case will bring us with this A wave, B wave completed, and of course next the C to the downside. Of course, as always, we can make a longer B wave, make something really more complex, a WXY, a triangle, whatever we want. But we take it easy, we take it like this. We'll be longer now, so we just look for this ABC zigzag into the B wave, and next we look for a nice 5 waves again, same than the yellow C wave, either an impulsive like this, bam bam bam, either an ending, so a big ABC zigzag, bam, another correction, a big ABC zigzag in the wave 3, another correction, and a big ABC zigzag here in the wave 5, and so that'll bring us with such configuration really. Okay, but yeah, this is just a bit early to determine this, but yeah, this is a plan really if we have to make this B and C, and if we have to not be done really with the bottom here. Now be aware of that. If we get, for example, the C wave here, no reason to short here, we go into the second short target, no reason to short here, we go into the third and last short target, we get just no reason to short here, well, we're simply going to look for a new high to be made. If we have 5 waves before, well, it's impossible. It means that this was another pan really, and this was a WXY, for example. But for me it's a lot less probable, simply because if this is a WXY, okay, so to speak, a W X and Y, that will be an ABC zigzag, well, the X wave have to be minimum, as always, 38.2. So if we pull the retracement tool here from the bottom to the top, or from the top to the bottom, as always, it depends if you reverse your tool here in your settings. I did reverse it, switch from the bottom to the top. Right here, well, we have normally to retrace minimum into this right here for an X wave, for a WXY really to be valid. The X wave had to be minimum 38.2. This is not the case. So maybe now again this is also changing, because now we have so many stuff changing. The leadings and endings can get a wave 3. The wave 3 can be the shortest. The impulsive I didn't got any case like this yet, so I don't know. And I have to slow down a bit, by the way. The X wave now can possibly break the W rule, because we've got this before. So now maybe the X wave can be less than 38.2. Well, if we do, we do. What can I say? The rules are changing, and we just have to accept that really. Okay, but normally, for now, I didn't got any case like this. The X wave have to be minimum 38.2. Except of course if you're in such if you're really into this, or if you're really, you know, into some big red candles, so to speak, into, for example, this kind of big drop, or this kind of big drop here, well, here, of course, you can make a next wave even below the wave one root, so to speak. You can get such patterns, so W, X, and Y. You can not even get any retracement because you're in a massive downtrend. This is possible, but I mean, are we in this really? Well, not really at the moment. This is not a massive drop, but like in one candle, so no, we do not take this really. So that's why I'm not taking the XY mainly for a new high, but if we do, well, we just have to accept it, and in any case, we normally should not get any trade, or maybe we're still going to get some scalps in there and no swing, and that's it really. So if we have to take the highs, well, what we can take, it's simply not this ABC zigzag. As always, what is the other pattern that is starting with 5 waves? It's an impulsive or a leading, but no, I'm going to take an impulsive here. So let's take this into the medium time frame there. Perfect. So well, yeah, I'm gonna just make another folder here. I'm gonna copy this, go there, pass this, come back here, and bam, because if I just take this, copy here, and pass here, it's gonna move everything. So I'm gonna do this medium to medium time frame 2. Let's take this. What is this? No. Pink. Perfect. So this is the first configuration, really. Gonna remove this. First configuration. ABC zigzag, you know, so into the BY as you understood. And if they see break all the short area within a region to show really we make one more high, well, it's simply more likely here, this second configuration. So there is no any B wave or whatever before. We take simply here double XY, we accept that, okay, well, this top right here was not 30.12, and well, we just move on, right? We just accept this was around this. I mean, now we can do this right here. So we take this and we place it in here, we place it a bit below, perfect. And so in that case, these 5 waves right here will simply mean that we are in a bigger wave 1, wave 2, and bam, 3, 4, 5, and we do either the C wave of the big ABC zigzag. I'm going to show you this now, by the way, so you can really fully understand. Let's make the same color than before, so you can really get everything perfect. And so here we look exactly for the same targets, really. You know, value high, swing through pan of all the lows here. If nothing here, well, next target, powerful control, weekly negative powerful control plus all the lows here. There is nothing here. Third and last long target, by the way, long, not short. I don't know why I'm saying short. But yeah, be careful reading on the last one here. But the two main one really we've planned. And so from here in that case, we have this nice wave, bam, 3, 4, 5 impulse. Of course, we can make a leading, by the way, we can make such configuration too. But as always, it's more probable to make an impulsive than a leading. In that case here, we can either look here next for a bigger A, B, C into the B wave, or simply bigger wave 1, 2, and bam, here we go, massive push to the upside in that case. But the most probable as always to make an impulsive, and I have to slow down, by the way. So here, wave 1, 2, we look further along here, we're going to get no reason to show in that case all the way up here, and so we're simply going to take the highs. In that case, what configurations we have to take? I was mentioning this before. Well, it's very simple. We just have to take the configurations we have planned really before. Okay, what we have planned really on the bigger time frame. I'm not going to repeat myself with everything. I'm just going to focus on the section we are on right now. So if you want to get all of this, just go on the YouTube channel, in the video section, scroll down a bit. You have the higher time frame bearish plan and the higher time frame bullish plan. If you want to get the links, maybe with an easiest way, you can go here into the Mateos update on the Discord server, into the Bitcoin TS section, and you have here all the updated links with the latest day, the latest update. You have the bullish, the bearish plan. You can see, by the way, even how it was made before, with really the context before, with for 10 years and more. Next, an updated wave count updated. You can see everything. You have all the stuff there, and you have, of course, the levels on the higher time frame, so you know exactly where to look for a short above, where to look for a long below, with the different configurations of the waves. Everything you have a really complete TA here, and yeah, you have here the bearish and the bullish wave count. You have all the links there, otherwise just go and check out the video section here on the YouTube channel. You're good also with this. So the thing is here, first of all, we can take, so I'm gonna cover the bullish configuration, but we don't have to look directly for the big move to the upside. So if this was a double XY before, well, the wave 2 is possibly in, okay, and so we're going to look for this configuration. I don't want to be too bullish, I'm not going to take this yet. I'm going to focus and stay on the bigger and longer wave 2 here. Oops, right there, if I can take this. The longer, because normally for me this double XY is not valid now. if we do, what can I say? But yeah, as this double XY is a bit less probable, normally we should make something bigger, but in case, as we understood, we have to make this impulsive, well, we can look for such configuration, so to speak, a really big push to the upside. We're really in a bull market here, more likely. Now, of course, there is something a bit less, I mean, where we make one more new high, but we have to be really careful with this new high because it can be also really bearish. Why? Because this is the same configuration, really. We have the retracement and we make the push to the upside. The thing is, now the push to the upside is not going to be that big, simply because we're, you know, in the big WXY, so the big WXY, and into this X wave we'll have a nice WXY here, so the blue wave WXY. We're going to reach here as a 1618 extension, and so yeah, into this Y leg we cannot as always. So into this Y leg here, finish a Y leg with 5 waves. As you can see, we'll get only 5 waves, so we'll have to make a correction. And what is starting with 5 waves? An ABC zigzag. So A wave, B retracement, and then in that case we take this as the 5 waves to the upside for the C. And so we should get a stop around here, the 1618. It's a really important target here we have to be aware of. And from here we should get a nice rejection. If there is no rejection here, we start hitting here the 200%. We take the bullish configuration. Of course, the bullish configuration can be also a bit less bullish, and it's not necessarily a wave 1, 2, 1, 2. It can be, of course, leading here. It's a bit less probable, but it can be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also, and then get a bigger wave 1, bigger wave 2, 3, or 5. It's possible also, but I'm not going to cover everything. It's just so you can really understand a bit the context. But yeah, I'm not going to cover all the high time frame configurations. It's just really so you can understand the different medium time frame here configurations with the bigger waves, the main ones really. Okay, so I really hope that makes sense. These are the configurations we have right now. That was so a bit of a long update, but as I said, it's needed really was to really explain all of this next. And so next, of course, normally tomorrow, we already know all of this, so no need, we just need to update the levels and bam, update the trades, and we are done with this. Okay, so let's see a bit if, by the way, if you have some questions, do not hesitate, and let's see if there are some few good data now for a short trade, a bit better than before. So again, we've got a nice reaction, a nice short reaction here. As always, you have to understand that when you have the short reaction here means that there are some people shorting up here. So of course, if there are some shorts up here, if they're going to bring the price back down, well, they're just going to absorb next all the longs coming to defend their shorts. They're just going to feel limits here to absorb everything. So that's why you cannot, for example, sometimes see the MC short reaction and stuff like that. You just move the price with absorption because you already got the short reaction before. This is really something you have to understand. So maybe here, well, for example, you can see here that we have a high. Okay, I'm gonna reduce the ticks a bit so you can really see everything. Let's go with 8. We have so a high, low, high. We have a high, 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 and there are some limits getting filled. You can see here all the longs filling the limit short here. So there is absorption here, and this can just bring us already with a drop. But as always, only absorption for me is not enough to fill a short trade. Now, and I understand that it's possible that we drop only with absorption because we already got the short reaction before. So that's why it's a bit complex now. To say you have to short or not, well, it's really up to you on your own decisions. Personally, I'm going to jump in a short trade if we come in here, and if we lose here, well, I miss the short from there, and I'm simply going to wait, for example, for an invalidation, so of this possible bigger wave 1, 2. Yeah, like this. Now let's go with this only. Perfect. You know, I'm going to wait for the invalidation of a possible bigger wave 5, so to speak here, either, as you understood before, I explained, an ending, so a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, what's the invalidation if the wave 2, well, it's already invalidated, by the way, depending on the time frame now. I thought it was already still valid, by the way. Well, yeah. Well, you can see here it's still okay with the wave 4 bottom right here. So yeah, it's not fully invalidated really. So I'm gonna take a short trade really if we miss the retest, and if we start invalidate, if we miss the retest, yeah. So first of all, if we go into the retest, I'm gonna of course look for a short trade there. If there is no reaction, bam, we look for a new high. If now we miss the retest here, we get no reason to short, or we just don't go in there, we just fall from here. Well, I'm just going to wait for an invalidation really of this possible wave 1, 2, whereas the wave 2 that breaks the wave 1 route really. So, you know, so it's an ending, so wave 1, 2, a wedge really here to the upside, or as always an impulsive, so a much bigger push to the upside like this. In any case, it's the same. The wave 2 cannot break the wave 1 route on the other side, so it's simple as that really. So yeah, this is where I'm going to jump in a short really if I have to, and we miss the retest, and yeah, that's it really. Not gonna make it more complex. But yeah, that would be lovely to go in here and to get the retest. But yeah, we already took this high, for example. It's an house, for example. If you have to do a big move down next, I mean on the 5 minutes, you know, we can do this. This is classed as a big move down. Not gonna lie. So yeah, we're done really for today. Not gonna lie, this was a very complete TA. I hope you understood everything. I hope also I was not talking too fast. I tried to do my best, and I'm going to try to do my best again. We've got some lovely trades on Rune and on what was the other one? Avax, by the way, I think. Yeah, on Avax too. I mean, we now took the high, so this is the takeaway one for sure. That's pretty decent, not gonna lie. And all the updates, by the way, was posted yesterday on the Discord. I mean, on the website, but I posted links on the Discord server. You can see her before and bam, after we have the nice rise. And on Rune, these were the main configurations, by the way. Well, of course, in case we'll have to get some invalidations, but yeah, so pretty nice. And all of this for free, by the way. So just join and enjoy, as I like to say. Yeah, so I'm just gonna check the questions real quick. Pop out the chat. Bam. Great update, Sam. Thank you, mate. Nice. Well, I mean, this is pretty cool. You know, if this is helping you in your plan, in your understanding maybe of the market. If this is maybe also giving you confidence jumping into the trades because you know the plan really. Well, yeah. If you learn also the weather at the same time and the order flow and maybe the mentality and all of this, well, that's pretty nice. So yeah, glad you love these updates, mates. Cool move back up and take Asia high. Where is the Asia high here? Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's possible to take this high, not gonna lie. It depends if we make a bigger ending, you know, in the wave 5 or a bigger impulsive in the pink wave 5, what I drew you before. And my president of, yeah, absolutely, 100%. Can this be a flat, by the way, right now? I guess no, because it's way too high, but no, this is way too high. No, this is not possible. No, it's not possible. Well, yeah, so the only possible configuration here, if I have to take the highs once more, is simply an ending, as I say, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really big a push to the upside. So yeah, not gonna make this any longer, it's already almost 50 minutes. So yeah, I don't know if you have any more questions. I guess no, because I don't see any ones. The videos are by the way, the videos are really good, mate. Surprised you don't have more viewers. Thank you, mate, by the way. And well, yeah, we'll see. By time normally it will come. And as I'm, you know, I was not talking so slow, so maybe people also were struggling to understand me. So now maybe if they understand me better, well, they can follow along and they can maybe stay longer really on the videos, and so we can bring some more people at the end because there is more watch time, and the watch time is very important as always to bring some more people. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that would be cool to get some more people here. That would be a big reward also of the years of updates and everything really. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, thank you for the message, mate. So yeah, I hope the plan is well understood. If you have any questions, well, now I'm gonna end the live stream, so you can simply go on the Discord server, go into the question chat right here. I have been making, as you can see, some videos sometimes to explain everything, so do not hesitate. And otherwise, you have the comment section down below. If you're watching as always at this update later, feel free to leave some comments. This helps as always a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to smash a like, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications. And yeah, I wish you a brilliant day. Don't forget to go and vote here to add a vote. Every vote is important here, so don't forget to go and check this out here just to add your vote. I'm gonna close this vote today. And yeah, I wish you all a brilliant day. Take care of you and catch you all in the next one. And we have a news today, by the way. I'm thinking about this at 4 PM UTC +1, so don't forget to set an alert and see if there is a move or not. Well, there is a possible trade. Anyway, have a brilliant day. Take care and catch you all in the next one. Cheers.